I don't think I've gone deep on this, but what called to mind was Wendy's. I don't know if you've seen Wendy's social media. Their brand voice is super snarky. It's like just sarcastic and snarky. And you look at it, and if you don't know, you go to like their Facebook page and you think it's like an accident, like someone's taken it over, and you're like, what in the world is going on here? This is not what I would expect of a corporation. But the value is in the consistency, because the people who it attracts and resonates with, they know what to expect. And some of our favorite characters can be different kinds of characters, but there's value inside of the consistency, be it, for movies or television or the wide array of kind of things there. Are there kind of practices or principles or frameworks that you use when you think through that consistency?
Yes. And you have to start with the customer. And I think what's happened over the last 10, 15 years is that marketing really got kind of siloed, where you had individual practitioners pushing social media or pushing email or pushing SEO or pushing paid media. And it led to a big disparity between the messaging on all platforms. You hired a social media firm, they talk like this. You hired the paid media firm, they did this, and no connection between any of it, no strategy behind any of it. And the reason's pretty simple, because if you figured out the paid ad part, all the other crap didn't matter. There's always new customers, right? And you could always just put more money in the funnel and it'll spit out more money, and that's fine. Problem is that system is breaking. And the reason why it's breaking is due to AI and automations, and the fact that you could actually start up paid ad campaigns super easy. And now with tools like PMax, and you have, a million different AI tools that can automate the experimentation process of ads. Now it's going to make it extremely accessible to a bunch of companies and businesses that never would have used paid media before. So what that's going to do is drive up the cost, because if you have Joe Mechanic down the street and he spent $500 and used Google's new AI automated super duper ad platform, and he says, I put in $500, I got $1,000 back. And then, Steve down the way, he's like, holy crap, you just have to fill out a form and people come to you. Now imagine that you have millions of businesses doing this. What's going to happen to the ad cost? It's just going to skyrocket. So what we're going to get back to is strategy and lifetime customer value, because the actual acquisition cost is going to get so high that you might actually lose money on getting a new customer. That's going to be 100% necessary, because that's the only way to get them. Now what's going to happen is everybody's going to have to keep those customers. They have to make sure that the products are, awesome, that the customer service is right there, that, there's new products rolling out, the voice is good, the content's good, like all of the aspects that made companies good and made marketing effective now are going to matter a lot more again. Now, how do you do all that? You start with frameworks and strategies. So at Digital Marketer, we have the customer avatar, and we start with that pretty much right off the bat, because who gives a crap about your company? Who gives a crap about your product? Nobody, until you show them that it's valuable and that you care about the person that's going to buy it. And so you start with the customer avatar. You nailed that person down. You name them. You come up with their demographics, which is what everybody defaults to. But that's like the beginning. You get their fears and frustrations. You get their goals and ambitions. You find out what the story looks like before they found your product and your brand, and what it looks like after they found your product and your brand. And then you review this document. We call it the customer avatar canvas all the time, because everything needs to be consistent to speak to this one person that's your perfect person, your ideal customer. And if you don't have that, if you're not reviewing it, then you're making your marketing all about you. And I don't care about you. What are you doing for me? I don't know. Like, why should I give you my money? Now, today, like I said, it hasn't mattered, because there's a million customers. You can just go out and get whoever, but money's going to get tight. People are losing their jobs. Businesses are shutting down. Like, the economy is a little shaky. We don't know what's going to happen. So you need to take care of your customer. And it all starts with a cohesive approach, targeting a specific person, a specific niche, and then kicking butt on delivery and making sure that those people never leave, because it's going to be too expensive to find new ones coming up. And so now we're going to start being marketers again. It's actually going to be great. And then AI just makes it, a really capable marketer could do something that 30 people maybe did before. One person, one capable person can do that. And so if you have these strategies and these frameworks down, you'll be that person. You'll be employed forever. You'll start a million companies. You'll be super successful. And it all starts with frameworks and strategy and marketing.